So you want to start printing t-shirts from home. Okay, you want to start your own clothing brand or your streetwear brand. All right, sounds good. My name's Akira Wendell. I've been doing this for some time, and I just want to share with you guys the 5 essential things that you are going to absolutely need in order to get started. So kick back, relax, and let's talk about it. Okay, rule number uno. Check this out. So the first thing you're gonna need a computer, okay? Preferably a MacBook Pro. These things are fucking awesome for designing and any type of creative work. I just find that the Mac ecosystem is very intuitive and super easy. So you wanna get yourself a Mac. It doesn't have to be a Pro. You can go get yourself a MacBook Air or just a regular MacBook. This is like the first thing you're gonna need, because you're gonna need software. You know, everything which, you know, fashion and design and printing t-shirts, it's gonna start with the software. So get yourself a MacBook Pro or a MacBook. You can cop a used one for like, I don't even know, like 900 bucks, which is not a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? The barrier to entry to this is very, very like low. So I would first go out there, grab a MacBook and start uploading some software, because without that, there's nothing. There's no designing, there's nothing. So go get yourself a MacBook. All right, so you went to the Mac store, you picked up your MacBook Pro, you think you're the shit, you got your little white box. All right, cool, so you got your MacBook Pro. Like, what do you do now? All right, so now what you do is forget like, you know, setting it up. Just throw Illustrator on there, sign up for like the Adobe suite or whatever it is. Just get Adobe Illustrator first, because Adobe is like, I don't know, some people might disagree, but I think once you know Adobe Illustrator, all these other softwares are gonna come down, they're gonna come to you like nothing, you know? So get Adobe Illustrator. And another important reason for this is because you're gonna be able to create images in vector format. So you want to create your images in a vector format because vector format allows you to create an image and blow it up infinitely big, and you can shrink it to size and you'll never lose any pixel quality, if that makes sense. Okay, some pictures, you know, if you make it in a PNG file or a JPEG, once you start expanding that image, it's gonna look pretty shitty. So you definitely want to get Adobe Illustrator, because even if you're using these different softwares to make really cool images, you can always import them into Illustrator, and then you can put them into vector format. So remember, if you're gonna design t-shirts, you need to have a vector format for your images. I can't stress that enough. Yeah, get Adobe Illustrator and you can start designing there. All right, so numero tres. I think for the third step is gonna be very similar to the second step. You are gonna wanna upload Canva. I know, Canva, it's new, it's fresh. Some people are too cool for it. I think Canva is an awesome tool. For a very long time, I only used Photoshop and used these other softwares, but I didn't wanna go into Canva. It just seemed like it was too poppy, like very pop. But you know what, I messed with it. Canva does everything that like Photoshop can do and all these other softwares can do with images, just a lot faster and a lot easier. So I would definitely start messing with Canva. Canva's, another cool thing about it is that since it's cloud-based, you don't have to like download anything. You know, you go on the website and then boom, you're there. So Canva, I think, is a really strong tool. Like I said, I was too cool for Canva for a long time, and you know, I've actually left the Adobe suite because of Canva. You know, it's just such an easy thing to do. You know, if you just want to cancel out a background, just cancel it, you know? So definitely get Canva. So as you can see now, you notice a pattern, right? It's like MacBook Pro or MacBook, and then it's like 2 softwares, Illustrator and Canva. Once you have these 2 softwares, you're gonna be able to design things and not have an issue with image quality. So once you have these 2 softwares, you're straight, man. You can create anything you want. Like, you're pretty much halfway there, man. You can you can start making any type of t-shirt you want without any type of issues. So yeah, you got the MacBook, you got Adobe Illustrator, and you have Canva. You're ready, man. You're ready. You're like a master of the universe. So now we're gonna go into number 4. All right, people, number 4. So cloud-based software is the coolest thing in the world because it allows you to just get right in there. Go to the website and you can start using whatever tools they offer. So much like Canva, another new tool that I think is probably the best thing for all graphic designers and anybody who wants to design t-shirts, it is Kittle. Kittle is I'm telling you, it's crack. Like, it's like crack cocaine and everything in between. Like, Kittle is crazy because there's designs already there and you can just kind of tweak them out to make them your own, you know? One of the biggest problems I had starting off as a graphic designer was coming up with designs. The design process is a very long and arduous one. So it would take me sometimes like 3 weeks to come up with a design for a client or for my brand. And that was just coming up with simple elements, you know? From the previous videos, I spoke about elements and how they're so important to creating t-shirts. So now, Kittle is just a library of elements. It is nothing but elements. I mean, it's elemental, like really. So you don't have to work from scratch like I did when I first started designing. And I think this is like a huge, like, I don't even know, man. It's a huge advantage for people who are just want to start getting in this space. Like, if you want to start designing t-shirts like right now in 2025, bro, like, you literally only need a computer to design because there's so many tools. Like, they're all like free, you know, practically. So yeah, man, I don't think there's been a better time to get into design than right now. Like, straight up, you don't have to download all these expensive ass softwares. You can like literally buy a cloud-based software like Kittle and you can just start designing, man. You can have a tee, you could crank out tees in like a day. So I would definitely mess with Kittle. That's another software that I was very skeptical about. I mean, it's new, and when you're in a flow, you don't really like to mess with new stuff. I kind of played with it, and now it's like, yo, it's like my bread and butter. It's like where I go. Like, if I need an element, like a banana or something, or a fucking apple, or an arrow, or whatever it is, dude, you can just go there and you can just find it. And they have like AI capabilities, so you can actually use AI with Kittle as well. So this is not even a promotion. Like, these dudes is not even paying me. I'm just telling you, like, from the motherland, like, yo, Kittle is the truth. So you want to get that going. You want to start messing with it, start learning how to use it, and you're going to be an awesome designer just by using that software. So yeah, I mean, you're pretty much almost there. There's only one more thing you're going to need, and we're going to talk about that right now. All right, people. So we're going to go into number 5. This is like the last piece to the puzzle, okay? And it is the heat press. The heat press is where it's at. Once you get the heat press, you're able to actually print things. Now this is an awesome press. This is I think this is a Craft Pro. I got it from Heat Press Nation. This thing is like industrial grade. Like, it's freaking awesome, man. I've printed so many shirts on this thing. It still works pretty good. So I would definitely say mess with this kind of heat press. I know right now there's other presses that are really good that you can buy, but I think bang for buck and quality, the Craft Pro is where it's at. This is a 15 by 15, so you're gonna be able to fit pretty much any design. I mean, look at how big this thing is. This thing's fucking huge, man. So I think, yeah, once you have the heat press, man, it's like, it's game over, man. It is literally like game over. The heat press is like, it's gonna give you that power to just crank out tees like whenever you want. You know, whenever I have a design in mind, I just print it, you know? Obviously, you wanna use a DTF transfer, which you can use Ninja Transfers or any of these other transfer companies, you know, Supercolor, There's a whole bunch of transfer companies. But once you have these 5 things that I just told you guys, the computer, the 2 softwares, and you know, the heat press, you're good, man. Just the computer, the heat press, and the software, and you're ready to go into production mode. You're ready to just start cranking out t-shirts. So once you have that, it's all up to you now. Now you have the tools that you need in order to create something really dope. You know, it doesn't mean that the journey is going to be easy, but it allows you to take like a first step, you know. This is like a huge stepping stone, just having those 5 things. And in all reality, man, you can have all these things for like under $1,000 maybe, which is like a small price to pay to get into such a huge industry. So yeah, I would definitely start with those 5 things. And then from there, man, as you like get orders, you'll be able to outsource some of the printing. But you definitely want to have a heat press. I just find that I love having this thing here because it allows me to test my ideas. And it allows me to just get it done. I don't have to wait. I don't have to call a screen printer. So get the heat press. Like I said, you don't have to spend a fortune, man. You can buy a heat press for like $250, you know, and call it a night and just get started. This is the key, man. The key is to get started. So yeah, man, without further ado, these are the 5 things you're gonna need, man. Once you have those 5 things, you're good, man. So yeah, you're gonna definitely be good. Like, it's gonna be all right. You're gonna print. So once again, thank you guys for joining me on this talk and this journey of printing tees. This is something I love doing, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video, to get the content. And I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Once again, people, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.